Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Crafting with V. If you're new here, welcome. So glad to have you. And if you're returning, thank you so much for returning. So today I am working on Woodland Panorama. Hopefully, okay, it looks like it's right side up. That's a good thing. This is by Ciro Marchetti. It has 65 colors and it's by Dreamer Designs. I started this on March 21st. So I have been working on it for a month and I am almost halfway. Once I finish these 3 rows, I will actually be halfway done with it. I'm going to put that over there for a minute, but I'm going to try to kind of show this to you. This is all that I've gotten done on it. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love this painting. It has not disappointed me at all. Absolutely love it. And I am working in my craft room on this. I switched stuff around so that I could work on this. So, first things first, how is everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good. Fortunately, my DoorDash didn't go very good today, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. I was in town for 2 hours this morning and did not get a single DoorDash. But that being said, my app sort of glitched out a little bit, so I had to restart my phone. But that's okay. Anyway, thought I would get a little coffee chat and whip here. I'm going to see if I've got these photos in my photos on here. If I don't, then I'll have to go back to the email real quick. And I have to delete a bunch of photos off of here, which I do not see it. So we'll go to my email to get it. Okay, that's one of the things that I'm going to talk about. If any of y'all have any pets that you would like to show on the pet parade, I did a little comment video today and I kind of put the pet parade up in the background. That is the latest one. But if y'all have any pets that you would like to feature in the pet parade, please let me know. I'm going to go through some of these emails. I've got 2 emails with pet pictures here. And I'm going to show them to you. Okay, let me see the name of this one. This one is from Benji Young. My Boston Terrier, Chloe. I think I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying that right, but this is Chloe. Look at that. Isn't he, or actually she, so adorable? The black and white, so adorable. I love seeing these pet pictures. Okay, and then the next one that we have is from Shells. Okay, it says, "Hi V, thanks for the many reminders to send in pet pics. Here is Pepper, our black lab, and she is 8. Hold on. You can pick any of these. I actually put all 3 on her picture, so but we're going to show all these. I hate the fact that that ring light does that, but there's Pepper. Isn't she just so cute? Look at that. And then the last one, it's like, why are you taking a picture of me? I love those. Thank y'all so much for sending those in. And if anybody has any pet pictures that you would like to include, let me know. Now, these will be added to the pet parade, which will be at the end of this video as well. Get that off of there. Okay, so now we are going to work on this while I have a little chat with y'all. I do have some good news from this week, but let's get a color out first. I think I'm going to finish these ABs, which I already had out. So guess what that means? We get to use the new AB pen. And I switch this from room to room, depending on which room I'm in. I absolutely love it, except for whenever I get it stuck to my canvas. And I am going to get another one of these. Not this same kind, but I will get another one of a different kind because I want to try out different ones. But I love this pen. Absolutely love it. And this one isn't too uncomfortable. What if eventually I will get me a decorated pen to go with these, but for now, this is perfectly fine. I don't have it by me because I moved all my little caddies over here that were against the wall so that I could put this diamond painting in here because it was too wide for me to put here without doing that. And I moved Springtime Village in the living room for the moment. But that being said, I've got some really good news. My daughter yesterday sent me a picture. And first it was of a ring on her finger, and then she sent me the message, Robbie proposed. So, my daughter is now engaged. But whenever she sent me the picture, I don't know how many of y'all know, whenever you look at it on Messenger, you have to click on the picture first and then zoom it in and out, which was what I was trying to do, but I didn't click on the picture first. I was just trying to zoom it from that page. And well, the first thing she gets back is an angry emoji. And I do that all the time. If you ever send me a picture on Messenger and you get back some off the wall emoji, just ignore it, because what I'm doing is I'm trying to zoom in on the picture, and whenever you do it without clicking on the picture first and trying to do it, then it does all those random emojis. It just puts a random emoji there, and hers happened to be an angry one. And she types back, "Why mad?" At the same time I'm typing back, "I'm not mad, I just accidentally hit the emoji." Then we chatted a little bit about it. But I am absolutely terrible about that. You know what? I could zoom in a little bit so y'all could see what I'm working on, maybe. No? Are y'all even seeing what I'm working on at all? Let me push this back up a little bit. So it's right about there. I'm working on this little section right here. We'll put it up a little bit more and see if y'all can see. I'm sorry, y'all weren't even seeing nothing of what I was working on. Y'all can barely see it now. On my next one, my next color, I'll do the red in the butterfly up here. And that's my first little butterfly. I love the way it's turning out on this. But okay, back to the story. So yeah, if you ever send me a message and you get an off the wall emoji, especially if it's a picture, just completely ignore it. I probably didn't mean to send it. And be expecting a quick message right after that telling you that same thing. I am so terrible at that. So terrible. Anyway, but I'm so happy for her. She's engaged. And oh, I'm going to show you a picture here in a minute of her and her two little children. They are just so adorable. And yes, I do have permission to show their pictures on here. I will not give out their last names. I will not. And they go by nicknames. So, let's go ahead and show you them. Hopefully I can do this without sending her an angry emoji again. But, okay, click on the picture first. They are outside, and I guess, oops, it's a little harder whenever I have it zoomed in. Isn't that just adorable? The baby's laying on the bench beside her. They actually have a rocking bench, which is what she's on with the baby and her. And then little Momo's there. Isn't he so cute? Although I do really, really miss his long hair. Okay, so what else has went on this week? Tomorrow I have to take my son to work, so who knows? I may have a pop-up live tomorrow while I'm taking him to work, just to pass some time while I'm there. I'll probably go to the Dollar Tree. I don't know if the live will be while I'm in there, but I might try to do a pop-up live. I'm really thinking about that to pass the time while I'm there. You may just get me working on something in the car, but it depends on how I can get my camera and everything set up so that I can actually read the comments. Okay, we got two O's up here, and these are ABs. We're going to do the red ABs and the butterfly next. Think I got all of them. So let's go on and do those red ABs and the butterfly, which look, isn't that just a pretty color? It looks even prettier if I open it up so y'all don't get the muted color of it. Look at that. And for those of y'all who do not know, these are called Forever Young trays. I absolutely love these trays. I use them all the time now. In fact, I want to get another set. Add to my ever-growing wish list. But between these and my butterfly trays, I use them to kit up everything. I rarely use my suitcases anymore. However, the pink horse is kitted up in a suitcase. Just because that's what I had at the moment, so that's what it got kitted up in. And I take it with me to work on down at the shop a little bit, and then on my lunch breaks at work. So I'm about a third of the way done with it. Not quite a half of the way, but about a third. So which of the canvases that I'm working on right now do y'all want to see in the lives? At least the live on Saturday. Do you want to see more of Woodland Panorama, or would you rather see the... I'm not sure, but if y'all would rather see one or the other, let me know. But I'm thinking about just switching weeks off with them. 1 week I'll do this one, and 1 week I'll do the other one. I cannot do my Castle Wolf over here because that one is way too big for this table right here. I have to either do that one in the living room, or I have to do it on my drafting table, just so that I will have enough room for it. Such a big canvas, but I cannot wait to finish these so I can start on more. I've got so many more that I want to start on. And shells, before I started recording my video this morning, I was watching your live. I was watching it on the replay. And you said something about a Randall Spangler event. When and where and who? I may try to do that one, because I have so many Randall Spangler paintings. I would be happy to participate in one of those, especially if I don't have to finish it. I will finish it. It just might take me a while because I've got 4 big paintings. Oops, wrong one. I've got 4 big paintings that I'm working on right now. Stardust is over here wanting up in my lap again. She thinks that there is room in this little chair that I'm sitting in. It's a task chair. I really need to bring my other chair over, but I've got to clean out my craft room. I've got so much stuff in the way. I would have to lift it over the tables just to get it over here, and then whenever I need it back over there, I'd have to move it back. Just not worth it. Okay. So I think we got all of those, which is the end of my ABs for right now. I see you there. I see you. She's like, I want attention, and I want attention now. Okay, let's turn off my pen, put it back in here, and the tubing on it has gotten better the more that I use it. But if I can get tubing that's not quite so soft, this tubing is really soft. I might try to get that kind of tubing next time if I get some, but I don't know. Okay, let's see. What color do we want to do now? I want to try to stay up in this corner up here so y'all can see what I'm working on, which now is just 310. Stardust, you gotta quit crawling up my leg. That hurts. Y'all should see the way she is over here. She's got her claws in my pants trying to hang on so that I will pet her. And she's leaning up against my leg. Now I am using my Diamond Art Club pen because this is just, no, Stardust. Kitty. Now she's tangled up in my headset. Hold on. Stardust, you are trying to be all kinds of a problem today. Okay. Speaking of Stardust, she's in trouble. She's inviting her friends over into the house without asking permission. And then she goes off and leaves them while they're still in the house. That's just awful of her. She's not being very hospitable. I don't know. Whatever that word is, that it does not sound like I'm saying right. But yeah, anyway, we've got a doggy door, and the doggy door is actually in my craft room, which is also where my Keurig is at. Except I've got a little sectioned off over on the other side of the room for my Keurig. Well, yesterday morning, Josh came in to get his coffee in here. And there is a yellow cat in here. Just over, and the cat was on the craft room side of my craft room, not the coffee side. Anyway, Josh comes in here and that cat just takes off, runs out the doggy door. So, I don't know if I've told y'all before, but I said that Stardust seems to be going through quite a bit of cat food. It's like she eats enough for 2 cats lately. And I am actually wondering if this cat waits until we're asleep at night and goes in there and gets into the cat food that we have in her bowl, because I normally fill it up before I go to bed, and then I get up the next morning and it's pretty much empty. And she's been going through quite a bit more cat food than she did a while back. And in fact, I actually ran out of cat food for a day and had to give her dog food one day. And I don't need anybody telling me dog food is not good for cats. I know that. But I didn't want her to go hungry either. So one day with dog food, I didn't think would hurt her. But anyway, so I'm going to have to check more at night, because I hear her running around and stuff out there, and I hear bullets sometimes, and I think that it's just them two in there moving around and stuff. Sometimes Joshua is up late. He'll go in there and do the dishes after we've went to bed. because dishes are completely his responsibility to do. And anyway, so I'm just wondering if this yellow cat is making theirself at home at our house. So something that I'll have to look into and figure out and see, but not too bad. And it is a male cat, I'm sure of that, but Stardust is fixed. She has been fixed since almost as soon as we got her, because I've been through that of having bunches of kittens that I don't need or want. Been through that with puppies too. Trying to get rid of that many animals is not easy, it's not fun, and it can be a lot of work. Anyway, so I don't know. We'll have to figure out whether that's where all of her cat food is going. What else has went on? I don't even know how long I've been on here. Well, it's only been 26 minutes, and I actually thought I had a lot more to talk about. And I'm going to have to start making notes about what I want to talk about because I forget. Oh, I do have another one. Y'all know that I work in a distribution center. We get in truck drivers bring in loads of freight to where I work at, and we unload them, and then we ship them to the stores that they need to go to from where I work at. Well, this weekend, we had a truck driver come in there, and he had a load of water. Normally, loads of water are very easy to unload. The unloaders don't have to break them down. They just pull them off of one trailer and basically put them on another trailer. Most of them, because we ship those by the pallet to the stores of water. So they're not hard trucks at all. Well, this driver brings one truck of water in, and they go out there, they look at the trailer, and pretty much the whole trailer is falling over, and they're not going to spend all that time to restack all of those pallets of water. So if it was just one, maybe, but not the whole trailer. So they rejected the whole load. And that driver he wasn't too bad to me. But after we told him what was wrong, he goes out, and I guess he calls his dispatch or looks at the trailer or something. Well, he comes back in and wants to talk to the manager. So we call the manager up there to talk to him. He accused us. Hold on just a second. Let me see what this is. Come on, load. I'm trying. Why not? See if it'll let me accept it before it goes to where I can't. I've got to... Okay, so I've got to go and do a DoorDash real quick. I will continue this once I get back. Hopefully I can remember everything that we talked about, but I will be back soon. For y'all, it'll just be a few minutes. Bye for now. Okay, so I am back. That took about 20 minutes. Anyway, what were we talking about? We talked about Stardust. Oh, there was. Did I finish telling y'all about the truck driver? If I did, I am sorry, but I'm going to finish telling it. Okay, so this truck driver comes back in and asks for the manager to talk to him. Anyway, he was like, okay, I was working on 310s. Gotta get my rhythm going again. We had unloaded, said that he told the manager that we unloaded this whole truck and put it back on like that with the pallets like that. The way it was shifted, we could not have gotten it off with our equipment. So that means that the unloaders would have had to go in there and hand stack the whole thing to get it off of the trailer. So he was a little aggravated, but he had told the manager that that we went in there, we took all the pallets off and then put them back on the trailer like that, which in reality, there's no unloader that would take everything off of that trailer unless it was something other than being rejected for the way it was stacked, which was the only reason that was rejected. Take it all off the trailer and then put it back on. But anyway, he was a little aggravated, but finally he said okay and he left. There was something else that I was going to talk to you about, and I was thinking about it on the way home. What was it? The DoorDash that I did was like 9 miles at. It was 9.25 miles, something like that. And I got $8.78 for it. It wasn't that much below $1 a mile, but I'm okay with that. I do take those every now and then. If they're not much below it, I'll go ahead and take them, especially with the type of car that I drive now. Before, whenever I drove a car that I had to put gas in all the time and everything with the rising gas prices and stuff, I would pretty much stick to that. $1 a mile, no matter what. But I was able to, it was a pretty good deal. Okay, see, I got a little bit of this left. I wish I could remember what it was that I was going to talk to you about. And I know as soon as I get off of here, I will figure out what it was that I was going to talk to y'all about. It happens every single time. Josh got our porch and everything cleaned up outside. During the winter, we kind of let it go a little bit, but now that it's nicer outside and we can go outside and sit, he cleaned up the porch and the table area, so we got a place to go out there and sit and drink our coffee if we want to. Which we might have to do that one day. We might have to go out there and have coffee one morning like that. I cannot think of what it was. I will have a video, a friend mail video coming out tomorrow morning. But by then you'll have already seen it because this will probably go out tomorrow afternoon, maybe. I don't know. I might put it out tonight. I am not sure. Okay, what color do we want to do now? How about the hourglass symbols? Or not, because I'm going to have to go in the living room and get that, and I'll have to pause y'all again. I forgot my extra drills, and I don't have any left in that container. Let's see, let's go with the plus signs. And we are at 35 minutes. So this may end up being a shorter one than normal, or normal. Shorter than an hour, but that's okay. Oh yeah, this is something. January, if you're listening to this, I want to thank you so much for talking about getting your grocery delivery in. Because you know how last week I was telling you that we didn't have any delivery services for groceries and stuff? Well, after the live on Saturday, I went and checked online, and I was checking a few things. I checked to see if they had my coffee, and they did, which I was really surprised about that. And through Walmart, it wasn't much more expensive than whenever I bought it in the stores, whenever it was regular price. But anyway, while I was on there, I went ahead and clicked the delivery button, and it told me, we do not deliver from the store in your town, but you can get delivery if you order from this store. And it showed you what store it is. I was so happy. So happy. I'm excited about that. Because the town that I live in is just a little town, and it took us forever to get things like DoorDash and Uber Eats. In fact, Uber Eats has only been here for a couple months. But to get DoorDash and all that, let me make sure I'm not getting a DoorDash order. If I get another one, then I'll just end this coffee chat and WIP here. But yes, I was so excited. So Monday, before I went to work, I got my first grocery delivery. So exciting. I know y'all are probably thinking, it's grocery delivery. That's not that exciting. And what am I doing? Please tell me I'm not doing what I think I'm doing. Okay, it is the plus signs that I'm doing. Whew. I thought that I was sitting there placing these on the wrong ones. And I thought, man, I'm supposed to be doing the hourglass ones, and I'm doing the plus signs. No, that's right. Because my bags of extra drills are still in the living room, I'll have to go and get them. And do that. But yes, I am thrilled that we can order delivery now. So thrilled. So Monday, I just put in a smaller order, and I decided just to get the dry stuff that I normally need. And normally I would have waited till Wednesday and got all of this stuff, but I absolutely love the fact that I don't have to drive all the way to Elma or Clarksville if I want to get something from the Supercenter for dinner one night. Normally, Tuesday nights is the hardest for me to decide what to fix because I always get enough for our dinners and stuff and enough for Josh to fix something on the weekends, Joshua to fix something on the weekends whenever we go shopping on Wednesdays. But by Tuesday, my first day off of the week, there's normally hardly anything left to cook. So basically, I do something like I'll do breakfast burritos, or I'll do that broccoli casserole, broccoli spam casserole, or just something really small and easy to make, chili dogs, stuff like that. Just trying to scrounge with the stuff that we have left around the house. And that's not always a bad thing. But I just like the fact that if I decide that I want something more like a regular meal, like pork chops or chicken, I can even order my rotisserie chickens to be delivered here because I cannot stand the ones that Harps here has. They just don't taste right. But so I am ecstatic about that. So thank you, January, for mentioning your grocery delivery during the live. I am so happy. We do not have Amazon Fresh, though. I did check that one too. But I cannot believe it. Now we've got delivery, and the guy said that they had only been delivering to my town for about 2 weeks. So I do have the Walmart Plus, so I get the free delivery anyway. So what I'm basically doing is I'm just giving whatever that plus, like normally it's $10 to have them to deliver it. If you're not in a hurry to get it just right then, right now, you can get it within an hour and a half or 3 hours. One of them costs like $10, would normally cost $20, and one of them would normally cost $10. And then their regular delivery fee is $10. But with Walmart Plus, your regular delivery fee is $0, and then you can get the other two half price. So basically, that $10 that it would have normally costed me without Walmart Plus is what I gave the driver as a tip. And for that far, I know I wish I could give more for him driving that far to deliver the groceries, but that's not too bad. So let's see. What do we want to do next? I want to do those hourglass ones, but I'll have to go in there and get those. So we're going to pick a different one. How about we do the Ilms? Which is over here. Oh, and the other thing that I was going to talk about, I knew that there was one more thing And then after I mention that, we'll go ahead and get off of here. But I was watching Granny's WIP and chat today, and Ellie started barking in the video, and Bullet, I laughed so hard about this. I had my tablet in the kitchen whenever I was listening to it, and for some reason on my tablet, I cannot type a comment in. I don't know what happened, but it's just not letting me type the comments in. And it occasionally does that. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But anyway, Ellie started barking, and Bullet's ears perked up, and he sees that the craft room door is mostly closed. Somehow it got pushed closed. So he's trying to paw at it, and I'm sitting there laughing, but I go ahead and open it for him so he can run outside, and he runs outside and he starts barking. And it all happened because Ellie was barking on the video. I was just laughing. I've got to finish that video, by the way. I'll probably finish it on the laptop here in a minute once I finish this video and finish editing. Because right before that, or was it right after that? One or the other, I can't remember. But Granny said that she was up till like 10 o'clock. And I started to type in there, "Are you feeling okay?" But yeah. Anyway, I guess that is about all I have for today. I will see everyone in the next video, which my next WIP and chat will more than likely be the coffee chat WIP live. If you're still here and you want to see the pet parade, be sure to stay tuned to that. If you liked this video, give me a like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers, and I cannot wait. Sometimes it does take me a week or so to answer the comments, but be patient. I do answer the comments. But anyway, I will see you all next time. Everyone take care. Bye.